For me, natural wine is meaningless in the sense that nature is producing grape, and out of that grape, a human being is creating a wine. If you understand in depth how a bud becomes branches, leaves, and grape after 6 months, you realize that the key for a true wine, not a natural wine, a true wine, is to understand more in depth the transformation of a bud into a grape. And then you move to bio or biodynamic. But natural wine is often, not always, often used by people who don't want to move in a real change of their farming and who just want to catch the attention of the consumer. So for me, it's not a proper word. Scientists today are just looking at matter. Now, one thing they have to consider, what we call life, it does not belong to the earth. The earth is receiving life because it is a member of the solar system. So keep always in mind that before reaching the level of matter, we are just dealing with energies. Keep in mind that when you take the water away from matter, from the grape, 94% is photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? The transformation of sun energy, moon energy, whatever, into matter. Biodynamic is working at that level. Biodynamic is just a process of connection for connecting your place to sun forces. So this is the key. Each biodynamic preparation is finally like a mobile phone number, each of them talking to one planet or talking to the sun. People today are accustomed to receive a phone call from China and receive the voice of the person they know in 1/3 of a second. How does it work? A wavelength called gigahertz is carrying the voice to your ear. In the same way, life is carried from the solar system to the earth. And biodynamic is just a process of acoustic for increasing the forces which reach your place. This is why this biodynamic wine, taste them on 2 weeks, you will see that each day they improve. The wine achieved by most scientists dealing with farming, these wines, after 1 day of opening, they collapse, they have no life. The conclusion is you have 2 sorts of good wine. The good wine manufactured in the cellar because of a stupid farming, it's fully legal. We have the right, us wine grower, to put more than 320 tastes in the wine. If scientists consider that it is a progress, it is their right. My definition of a wine is a true wine with a taste totally given by the soil and by the climate of the place where the vine is growing. And then you return to the deep meaning of an appellation contrôlée, which is a taste of local taste. You are sure to have an original taste and a wine which has medicinal property, which technological wines have not. Enologues are very important. If the farming, called conventional farming, has been destroying the soil through weed killer and has been weakening photosynthesis because of the terrible product of treatment which are put on these grapes. Return to the 70s, in the most well-known place of France, like Bordeaux, even the same in Italy. You never had an enologue. After the harvest, the owner was going shooting, he was coming back 6 weeks later and the wine was ready. So you have to understand that enologues are a must if your farming has been affecting nature If your farming respect nature, organic farming, if your farming increase the forces of nature, biodynamic farming, then you do not need an analog. And a good wine is distorted by technology too often. People are tasting the wine not as they were doing 30 years ago. 30 years ago you would taste the wine, see if you have an emotion, see if you are touched by the wine. Today they have been taught to divide the wine in 30 pieces, like a sausages that you cut in 30 slices. It is the same difference than aesthetical surgery, where you achieve beauty artificially, and the real beauty, which is never perfect, but which is immense and which touches you. So the consumer has a choice, but he should know that a technological wine is an artificial wine, it is legal, and a biodynamic and an organic wine is number one, the true expression of the place where the vine was growing, and number two, it has the capacity, what America calls the French paradox, of being a medicinal plant, a medicinal product. People are not aware of the situation because most media are just looking at the wine at the end product. Now, a wine is just a wine. A wine is something which is there. I'm not saying that all biodynamic wine and all organic wine are good. Some are in the process of reaching something. They are not always perfect. This is the wine of tomorrow. If you add the commitment to put on the back label all the additives which are in a wine, which today is not legal, unfortunately. You put it when you buy biscuits, you see all what was put inside. When you buy a yogurt, you see all what is inside. Wine growers have not that obligation. Many vineyards would go bankrupt because the artificial taste that they are putting legally in the wine, the consumer would not like it. Today the consumer is not aware that most of these tastes are artificial. The message we can give to the new generation, they know that the teaching is untrue to some extent. They know it's like knowing everything on a human being. You see, when I meet someone, I'm not saying how tall you are, how wide is your smile, what is the curve of your nose to your front head. This would be ridiculous. When you meet someone, you meet the globality of the person. When you are on a place, you want first to understand how much of the sun forces are there, sun attraction, how much of the earth forces are there, gravitation. On each spot, the relation to the sun attraction and the gravitation is different. Then you say, okay, what vine do I need here? And then slowly you are the chef of orchestra. You are the master of an orchestra, and you are just giving, a certain rhythm. You have the musician, you have the musical instrument, and you have the acoustic. The farming is the acoustic. How much you will catch of what is under and what is on top. And then the musical instrument is the quality of your place. You have some places which have high qualities and some places who have less high qualities. And the musician is what you do. So you see some people sometimes who have Stradivarius but stupid musicians. You see some people sometimes who have a small musical instrument but capable of getting great sounds. And the message for the young generation, go on the spot, play it, express it, the way you perceive it. You will come with a true product. Everybody wants that true product in the coming 10 years. All these artificial wines made out of silicon have no future.